we can schedule with the residents, you know, and say a week ahead of time when we can cut off, but come before it's kind of a bigger deal.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What about the, outstanding water meter at Hargrave at the baseball field? Do we have any kind of projected timeline on that?
Yeah, I'll let Malcolm give an update on that, but just good.
The baseball field water meter is, right now, it's actually an illegal connection because there is a backflow preventer that's, I just learned this a couple weeks ago. Backflow preventers have to be 12 inches above ground.
Mm-hmm.
This one's 4 feet under the ground. So now, we're gonna have to, I guess, get somebody to install a backflow preventer above ground. Or we can go back, well, no, you can't do that, because the other meter's on the ground too, so. That's gonna be, the lady's gonna be in, with, FPG, you know what it's called. She'll be in next week. We'll look at everything. I'll get the quote, that's when need be, what you already have, the quote's a little over $3,000 for this meter. To install, to get water that, to the best of my understanding, is being captured already. It's captured in the main meter, so that's kind of another question of, do we really want? Mm-hmm.
So is this redundant?
Well, it's captured in the main meter, that's redundant to get the sewer credit.
Oh,
What's
gotcha,
there
gotcha,
now
gotcha,
is
gotcha,
the other
gotcha,
one
okay,
now
I
to get
see,
the sewer credit.
I see what you're saying. Okay, all right, sounds good. Anybody else have any questions for? No. Okay, thank you so much, Matt.
Thank you.
And Public Works for the Town of Chatham, Sarah? Good evening. So I've got a couple of corrections to mine, things have changed since this came out. Rogers did plan on putting in the AC units at the medical center this week. However, speaking to them today, it will be the end of September before those units come in. So we are looking at the end of September, beginning of October to get those in. I marched 2 graves for funeral services, assisted 7 citizens with water leaks. We had 3 water leaks, that Infomark corrected for us. One on Rising Street, one at 57 Superette, which was on our side, and one on Cherrystone Road that was at the meter, but also on our side. We have sent out 12 letters to citizens who are showing possible water leaks, along with our water instructions to get them signed up so they can see their water usage themselves. As of September the 2nd, we were down to 9 endpoints not transmitting readings. Today, that came back up to 15, so we're still kind of wishy-washy on those. FPG, when she comes in next week, we are gonna look at those. The Verizon endpoints have come in, and again, waiting on her to come in to see exactly which ones we need to replace, which one's showing a issue with the history. Cruz corrected an issue with the sinkhole at Family Dollar. However, that has opened back up as of this past weekend. If I understand correctly, Infomark's gonna go in the manhole as soon as we finish up on North Main and inspect the manhole to see if there's a hole in the manhole, if it's collapsed, what's going on there. I met with, FPG, who's Tina, regarding the endpoint issues. Like I said, she's coming back next week. That's basically it. Any questions?
I do have one question or comment though, but I'll just give us an update on those sinkholes, especially the one on North Main though.
That one, they, yeah, I didn't need to mention that, the sinkhole on North Main, they came in, last week, I believe it was, we notified VDOT, they came in, poured cold patch in it, the next day it opened back up. They contacted crews to come in and dig it, and they hit the sewer line. The sewer line, I don't know exactly what the issue is, they haven't got down to it, I don't know if it's busted, if it's gone. So we're waiting to finish digging that up tomorrow and get that corrected. Hopefully tomorrow or Wednesday, we'll have the northbound traffic back open.
Follow up with that though, people are still able to use their services in water and wastewater. There's no negative impact or interference with their services.
Correct, the only thing was Steve Finkner, and they actually did a bypass on him, and he still got water and everything.
can I speak on that real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
They did get down to the line today, and it's, what it is down there, it's two houses tied on to one, service going out to the street. So it's a 6-inch line, and I'm assuming it disintegrated. Mr. Finkner replaced his 15 years ago, and they stopped at the property line. And why it didn't go into the street, I don't know, but we found the main today, and they found the, lateral line, so they'll put that back together tomorrow, hopefully. There is, concrete barricades in the road because there's an open hole. We had metal plates on it before, but now we've opened the hole up so big that the metal plates won't touch.
Right.
So we put concrete barriers around.
Okay. Well, Sarah, we talked a little bit about keeping us posted on as things develop, especially if it affects multiple people, multiple citizens. Any other questions? Thank you. And now the chief of police.
Calls for service was 187, arrest, summons, violations was 72.
I've noticed Zane up at the, on Main Street, up at the, public safety lights hanging out up there.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
trying to slow them down on that.
Appreciate that. And also, the parking efforts, I think are paying off. See, I'm not gonna be able to park it in town, so I appreciate that. Any questions for the chief of police? All right, moving on to the fire chief.
We had 37 calls, a lot of motor vehicle accidents, as you can tell. Also, we're coming up on our stew, I'll get the dates to y'all for our stews, and, we're having our anniversary got postponed to November. There was a conflict in schedule at the location, so we're gonna do it in November the 15th, I think. But I'll send that out for everybody to know. Thanks for everybody who worked with us on the fire truck, everybody's effort put forward. I really appreciate the council, everything they did, and I know it was a lot of extra work and spare the moment, and, but I appreciate everything, and everybody at the department does too, so I just
Well,
want to mention that.
and I'm sure we all appreciate you being proactive in finding the vehicle. Great find. Any other questions for the fire chief? All right, we'll move on to the clerk, treasurer.
Assisting the finance committee in evaluating funding strategies for fire truck procurement. The tax data conversion project is underway with Southern Software with a completion date of September 22nd. Managing the insurance claim process with Versa for the Chatham Medical Center HVAC unit. I had 2 FOIA requests, attended Dewberry project update meetings. ITG has commenced a budgeted project to upgrade the server and desktop infrastructure with a scheduled completion date of no later than September 19th. Attended a FEMA grant management webinar. Engaged in review of a certificate of deposit investment opportunities with First National Bank of Alta Vista to maximize returns on municipal funds. Over the past 4 months, trash collection revenue showed an upward trend. The current delinquent balance stands at $9,435.20 and will be submitted to TACS, our contracted collection agency for recovery. Attended 6 committee meetings, 1 public hearing, and 2 town council meetings.